Hello. Welcome back to Bless ASMR. I am Bless, your favorite resident, he/him lesbian, as I've been known to be. And today, this video is just a little bit of personal attention. And I have a couple triggers, some that are very standard for me to do, but I want to introduce something new today. And to do that, I am going to be asking you some very, very personal questions, sort of like how you'd expect one of those big TV interviews to go with a celebrity. So, I have my little computer here. I will be taking note of your answers, of course, and in between questions, or also to give you some time to think about your answer, I do have a bunch of triggers, and the other triggers that are standard are just to give you time to come up with an answer, after which I do intend to, in a way, ask you for the answer. Type it for a little bit, or until you give your answer, of course, and just keep doing that for a while. Okay? So, just to start, I guess we'll go very easily into it. I'm going to ask you a few questions, but very simple, not really the more deep questions. And I should also mention that these questions that I'm going to ask you are basically a challenge to me myself, because I am not going to ask ChatGPT for these questions. So, let us start, okay? So first I would like to ask you for your full name. Okay, good. Could you tell me your date of birth? Okay. Does that make you a Taurus? If I somehow got it right, don't think I have no idea about astrology and science, but do you know where you were born? And obviously you can mention the facility. For example, I know the hospital I was born in, but I'm talking about the place. That is enough. Okay, good. Could you tell me what is your current academic situation? Be it that you're sort of like people do when you're trying to do a CV. I want you to tell me the highest one that you've completed first, okay? Okay, so okay. And if applicable, are you still studying? What is your current education? Where are you taking, even if it's not finished? Okay, good. That's fine. So, I don't think there's much else I need to ask. I could ask you, I guess, for your what are your preferred pronouns? And no judgment here, you can just tell me what you prefer. Okay, and what would you say is your gender? guess I could ask you just a couple of things from the side of the medical side, I guess. So, do you know when was the last surgery you had? Okay. Can you tell me what that was about? Why you had to do it? You can keep it as simple as possible or as detailed as you'd like. Okay. Okay. And was it really okay? Okay. Okay. So I would like to ask you if you know about any of your allergies. Okay. I could also ask specifically if you are allergic to aloe. Okay, good. So, guess we can start with the first more difficult question. And that first question is going to be, and let me just type it as I ask you. Okay, I think it's a good question. So, what is an event in your life, be it directly or indirectly related to you, that you think shaped your life from then on forever? And as promised, I'm going to give you a couple of moments just to think about the answer before really typing it. And I have the first trigger. It's really just this brush. So you can close your eyes while you're thinking, and instead of having you basically tell me when you have the answer, I am going to ask you again after a little time, because this is a session that has a standard time, so we are not going to make it faster because this is supposed to be relaxing for you, so you get all the time you can get. So let us start, and if you want you can close your eyes or just keep them open and just listen while you think. And I guess I could also maybe not answer the question, but give some indirect answers. I'd say something that really changed my life. And I guess I could also clarify that it doesn't have to be for the better. It could also be for the worst. It could be trauma. Don't worry, it's all confidential. It only stays with me. But it was something that happened that on the week that I became, or that I reached 21 years of age. And something funny that, though I'm not really a big listener of Taylor Swift, I got reminded of the song she mentions, becoming 21 and being quite fun, you know. It's All Too Well, I'm pretty sure. And I do like that song at least. Brush here, brush there, brush here, brush here, brush here, brush here, brush here, brush here. speak in a normal voice. You can be faster or slower. Believe me, I am good at typing. So, okay. 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 I'm trying to be neutral. I don't want you to make you feel though I'm really just transcribing, but know that I am listening and I'm not really judging or anything. Once again, I'm transcribing and I don't want to react too soon to anything that you're saying. And for example, you're thinking about something that was positive, and I assume that it's not that positive because I'm more focused on transcribing, okay? So just talk, transcribe, and in the end, I'll just touch base with you before the next question, okay? Okay. 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 Mhm. Okay. Okay. I hope that it was good to share that, and no matter if it's positive or negative, it's always good for me to tell you and to remind you that it's positive to share stuff. Okay, good. So let's move on to the next question. I think I know what I want to ask you. Okay, the question this time is, who would you name to be a big influence in your life? And know that you can name people you've never met, but I need you to tell me why you chose that person. Okay? For the second one, the trigger is this stick. This is actually a chopstick, or half of a pair of them. So I'll give you some time to think, and I'll just touch you in certain places. You don't really have to say nothing at all. I just want you to think of your answer so that when get okay, good. It also makes a nice sound. Let me try against my nail. question, I guess I'm going to do some more specific ones too. And I see that you're already getting quite relaxed, so here's a little. This is, believe it or not, Mario Party blanket. Not a blanket, but like something for you to cover in. So, there you go. Yes. Good. Okay, let me help you. Okay, I hope you're comfortable. Okay, good. So, I think now I want to ask you, and I guess I'll just tell you the question as I'm writing it. What piece of media would you say has stuck with you from the moment you, let's say, consumed it, okay? And for this time, I am going to have this little, I don't know what you really call it, but it makes a pop sound like that. Let me see. I'm going to turn it around, and I guess this also counts for you to think of your answer. So as honest to you, and it is what you feel. There's no comment that I can say other than thank you for sharing. Okay, so now we are reaching the end. Obviously, we can't do so many personal questions without running out of things to ask. And I would like to ask you this time. Let me just write it. I got an idea. Okay. The question is, and believe it or not, here in Portugal, if you did not know, I am from Portugal. There is a program, I guess it's sort of an interview program that's very known. And this is one of the questions that, across all of the interviewees, which are usually celebrities, is always asked. But I did a little bit of a spin on it. The question is there someone who owes you an apology? And why? And at the same time, do you feel like that apology would give you closure in some way? That's the question. Okay. Let me see. I always preferred this one. So I have a pen light, and if you do not believe it, it is very bright. It might seem like it's not, but it is very bright. And this is what I'm going to see. I'm going to basically be looking at you while you think of your answer. Let me see on this side. See from down. Let's just do some interesting patterns. What do you think about your answer? This is the yellow light. I also have a white light. If it is too bright, you can just cover your eyes. I try not to make it too bright, but it's also part of the trigger. Trying to relax you. Relax you, relax you, relax you, relax you, relax you, relax you, relax you. Let me try with the other one. This might be even more bright, okay? No, this is the white one. this question, I want it to be as personal as possible. So let me try and come up with it. So, okay. I guess it's a simple question, but it's cool. I think it's a good question. My question, the final question is, are you happy? What does being happy mean to you? So yeah, that's the question. And for this trigger, I'll just do a little mix of wiping you down with this little wet wipe. Something I really like. It's refreshing on the hand. And I'll also do some hand movements. Believe it or not, it's not that I don't like doing hand movements. Maybe some subscribers have already noticed, but really, I just I have hyperhidrosis in both my hands and my feet, which yes, you're right. And it basically means that I always have clammy hands. And it's that sort of thing where very rarely, and for example, if it's very cold, and I'm not thinking about it, I can have non-clammy hands, but most of the time, if I think, oh, I don't have clammy hands, then I get clammy hands within a minute. And that's why I don't do a lot of hand movements. It's because, well, when you have sweaty hands, you can't really do hand movements. The sound is made from you brushing your hand. And for example, I'm with my hands clammy right now. See, it's not the same sound as, for example, this, which even with clammy hands, I guess, sounds a little bit good. Hope the talking does not detract from you. I'm just trying to provide you background noise while you think. Okay, I think that was enough time. So, I would like to type in your answer. Okay. is probably the longest answer. Makes sense. So, this is all that I have for the video today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video. If you didn't like it that much, but maybe if you like the video, liking it is very good. But I will be okay if you just like the video in the sense of adding it to your playlist. That means a lot to me too. And I, for one, treat my liked videos playlist as like the list of videos that I like to go back to watch from time to time. Things that make me laugh or happy. At the same time, if you aren't already, consider subscribing. That helps me. And I have recently opened basically a membership program. It's sort of like Patreon but here on YouTube. And any help is appreciated. Believe it or not, I am a PhD student. And I don't like to really mention that. I think this is actually the first video I mentioned that. But I started this as a way to relax myself, and I can say that I'm super successful, but I've enjoyed creating this little corner here on my, not on my, but on the internet. Obviously it's Beyonce's internet, but if you would like to support me in any way, there are some perks you can get. For example, I made a him lesbian emoji. I will allow subscribers or members in that case to, depending on the level of the membership, you can submit ideas basically to a pool of ideas, and from this pool I may choose some ideas to make in the video, while there are in the higher and, let's be honest, more expensive membership tiers, you can really just tell me an idea you think is good for a video and I'll just do it, because believe it or not, I have really just been doing stuff that I like to watch, and I'm a very picky ASMR watcher. I like very specific things. So what that translates to is that I would have to keep repeating the same ideas, and I don't know if I want to do that. Not that I couldn't repeat, but at the time I'm recording I have like 10 videos, so I don't think it warrants repetition yet, or that much repetition. So this is also something that I'm mentioning in this video because this is the day where I actually was able to create. And if you want, you can just skip this part. If you watched it all, I already thank you, and I really appreciate all the support, be it through watching my videos, through commenting, through liking. Don't think or don't feel like you have to contribute. I mean monetarily, because especially now, and I believe that YouTube is one of the platforms where you can sort of contribute just by watching. So I'm mentioning it because I feel like I should mention it, and YouTube told me to do so, and I will make a more directed video on that maybe. But yeah, that's really it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you keep enjoying the channel, and if you wish to somehow participate and help me in this journey, I would really appreciate it. You just have to see how things are going here on YouTube, and because I'm starting out, there's space for a lot of people to participate if you want.